everybody.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
How are
Um,
you?
good. It's a bit chilly today, but it's
Different. Oh,
it's okay.
after all the heat, yes.
Yes, it's okay. So, hello everyone that's joining us. Welcome to Auntie Yaa'S Cozy Book Corner. I got it right this time, right?
Cozy book chat.
Oh my
You
goodness.
are
What?
close. You're good. It's all good.
Okay, Auntie Yaa'S Cozy Book Chat. And as we always do it, well, my name is Boatin Russell, and we have Fuda Atubra.
Hello.
Uh,
Welcome.
yes, the author of Reflections for a Thirsty Soul and The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. And we're we'll be talking about, well, usually Sundays we do the beauty of a woman's heart,
Mhm.
but Antia reads a snippet from Reflections for a Thirsty Soul, and then we get into the day's discussion from the beauty of a woman's heart. So, welcome, and then Antia.
Yes. So before we do that, exciting news. It's 5 more days to the book launch for The Beauty of a
Woohoo!
Woman's Heart. Woo, woo, woo. It's on Saturday, July 24th on
Mm,
YouTube and Facebook. And the time is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which will be 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time for us in Alberta, 2
yeah.
p.m. GMT, and 3 p.m. BST British Standard Time. So
Okay.
the moderator is Margie Marge, and Marie Amwako Buedu is the host for that program. I trust you will join us. It should be a lovely time. And if you are reading the book or you have a copy, please kindly go and give me a review on Amazon. So look forward to seeing you on Saturday, bright and early, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Okay, so with that done, we'll read from Reflections for a Thirsty Soul on page 165, and it's Lift Her Up.
Yeah.
Be an uplifting voice to other women. Lift her up. The lift her up is all with exclamation marks. Build one another up. Lift her up. Share yourself with one another. Lift her up. Let us do away with our insecurities. Lift her up. We have something to offer each other. Lift her up.
Mm,
Offer it freely without restriction. Lift her up. In pouring out yourself, you'll also be filled. Lift her up. Let us lift someone to the next level. Lift her up. Be a blessing to another woman today. Lift her up. So, dear women, you hear? We got to do better. So, yeah, over to you. Let me go and share, and I'll come back.
yes. Yeah, we're being encouraged to lift each other up. Can you imagine if women we were doing that? You know, we're strong internally. I can't say physically. Physically, I mean, we all know that. I mean,
We do our best, right?
yes, but yeah,
Hmm.
the men are stronger physically,
Yeah.
generally. Yeah. Although we have other women who are stronger than men, but
Amen.
I would say that internally, like emotionally, and we are more mature. I'm
Mhm.
going to get beaten on this platform.
Say it like it
We're more
is.
mature, we're stronger. Like,
Mhm.
so can you imagine if we were holding each other up and lifting each
Mhm.
other up as Antia is encouraging us to do? Like,
Mhm.
we will rule the world, as Beyonce said. Women rule the world, and we will rule the world. But how do we lift each other up? By being
Mhm.
positive, as we'll discuss later on from The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. Uh, you can lift someone up even just by being positive and saying positive things to
Mhm.
the person. You don't have to be a mentor to lift someone up. It could
Yeah.
just be a kind word, a positive word. So, instead of criticizing, because we do that a lot, we like to
Mm-hmm.
criticize even when we don't know the full story yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we should learn to be put ourselves in other people's shoes before we
Mm-hmm.
go judging and criticizing. And if we understand each other, I think that it will be easier to lift each other up, and it will be easier also to take, when I say criticize, I mean the
Mm-hmm.
negative kind, but positive criticism is always welcome. Howdy,
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
howdy.
Lovely girl.
And then we should, for lifting up to work too, we should be able to take positive criticism,
Mm-hmm.
criticism that is done in love. You know, when I say we should not criticize, I mean the negative kind, the one that puts people down. But if
Mm-hmm.
you're criticizing in order to build someone up, it's obvious. And I think that we should also learn to take that in order to. And then it's not everybody who wants to be lifted up because they feel, I don't know, you can't tell them what to do, kind of thing. Although you don't mean it that way. Some people
Mm-hmm.
feel that maybe you want to rule them. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it's hard to actually venture out there to try to build someone up. Or I don't know, Auntie. Yeah,
I
it
was going
is.
to say, as you
Yeah,
were saying, your last comment, even that saying things in love, like offering constructive criticism, even the
yeah,
positive one, people are not prepared to receive it.
mm-hmm.
Especially, let's be honest with ourselves, especially with us, right? Because
Yeah,
there's certain things that we were not trained with. So the least mistake you make, somebody gets upset with you, and then it
yeah,
becomes a quarrel or something, a misunderstanding of a lifetime, because
mm-hmm.
people are not open to receiving, from each other. They take offense. So,
Mm.
like you said, who are you to tell me what to do?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
there's always room, but I think that we just like what we have, and we don't see any, we don't want to open up to take in new things or new
right.
learnings or new experiences. Oh, this is what I know, and that's
Yeah,
enough. Yes. So you go venture, and they'll even call your name sometimes. Sadly, she's too naughty. She thinks she has all the answers, this and that, right? But
right.
meanwhile, it takes I guess if you're amongst like-minded people, that can what we're talking about can happen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's just yet still we're still trying to, these messages are not just for us, the older women. We are focusing mainly on the younger ones. So hopefully, you know, if you're hearing this, you'll take something from it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'm finished
I
sharing.
yeah,
So
sure. Okay. All right.
so
Yeah. So for today, the topic is flying high. Focus on the positives,
I have
not
to
the
drink
negatives.
water.
Oh, you got your flask, your water bottle.
You know.
So focus on the positives, not the negatives. And you can find this on page 248 to
Mhm,
251. So I will start, and there are a lot of questions in this chapter. So it's
mhm.
a really good reflective chapter.
Woohoo.
Yeah. So, what is your outlook on life? Do you have a positive or negative outlook? Some see the glass as half full, while others see it as half empty. What is your take on it? Oh, God.
Hmm.
Auntie, yeah. Okay. I will end there because there are a lot of questions there. I'm
Yes.
not going to read the whole chapter. I mean, the
Yeah.
whole paragraph.
Thanks.
So, what is your take on it? I'll ask why you wrote this because Sometimes, yeah, I do see, I do see situations that have empty
Half empty. Yeah.
sometimes, yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
sometimes
But,
too.
but is that your normal? Like, do you get what I mean?
Okay, okay, for me, automatically I go to the
Mm-hmm.
half empty, then I bring myself back.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes some effort to actually
Mm-hmm.
bring myself back to see the positive
Mm-hmm.
side of things. But
Mm-hmm.
as and when it happens, if I'm not careful or if I don't make the
Mm-hmm.
conscious effort to see it in that light, I go
Mm-hmm.
automatically to the negative um, side or
But like
aspect of it.
yeah, that is normal for most of us, but I'm saying that overall, generally,
Or
would
like
you
dwell on
consider
it.
your would you consider yourself that you have a negative outlook on life? I
No,
don't think
no,
so,
no,
yeah.
no.
Because we have, it's like depending what the situation is, yes, you might
Right.
go, gee, this is impossible, or this looks really bad, you know. But overall, like when we say outlook, like the question as it stands, what is your attitude towards life? Like if you
Right.
are somebody, just what the comments we were making before we started on the reflections piece,
Hmm.
if you are somebody who's given to say you don't have any hope because you've not been given hope. Maybe your home
Okay.
environment or how you were raised, it was with this view of oh well, we this is how we've always done things. Nobody does this in our family. It can't be done.
Mm,
Just do the little that you can, this and that, right? So
right.
you don't have confidence in yourself. And the lift up piece that we were talking about, you see other women and they seem to be pushing and you go, what is making them that way? Even
Right.
you may not even ask the question. The usual tendency is knowing our people, they insult those type
Oh
of
yeah,
women.
that's true.
Yes, because we don't know what it took to get them there to that place,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? Like as for
Right.
positive and negative, we nobody, I don't think any. Hello, Miss Sage, nice to see you.
Hello.
It's it's not like um
You
anybody
never
is going to
think
sit here and
negative.
say that, oh, I'm always positive. And then
Yeah.
we can't say that somebody is always negative, but at the same time, there are some people that I'll put it this way in quotes, they are wet blankets.
Mm.
Like anything you tell them, it can't be done. Like
Okay.
they
I
are
see
like
that.
Eeyore, right? Eeyore,
Oh my
Winnie the
God.
Pooh,
Yeah.
very it can't be done, Oh, poor me, woe is me.
Mhm.
Nothing is ever good. They just don't have that attitude, that vim for life. They see everything
Right.
in a fatalistic way. Oh, it's not going to go well. Oh, it's going to be this. Oh, that person, oh, they'll disappoint you. And that's all,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
yeah.
yeah. Then I wouldn't see myself as that
No,
at
no,
all.
no. And the thing is that when we talk about outlook, so are you a happy person? Like, what makes you tick? What makes you vibrate? Like, oh, you see people having fun or positive, you see positive news. Maybe, oh, for me, when I see black women, I see something, oh, this person did this, they did well. I'm like, oh,
And you're
wow,
happy
this and
for
that.
them.
You
Yeah.
feel happy because,
Yeah.
hey, they look like me and they've done it,
Yeah.
right?
And you
It
feel
doesn't,
proud. It's like you have
yeah,
achieved something.
because I am not like maybe that's we all saw that post of some. I think there was a lady and she was a lawyer. I don't know if she had three, four, or five kids. I don't remember. But here she was and she graduated and everybody was so. I think I even posted it so happy for her. Hey, I'm not going to be a lawyer any day tomorrow, like, but hey, I'm happy for you, because
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
it took to even get there to accomplish that. When this young girl just won the spelling bee,
Mm,
you
yeah.
know, everybody is so happy. And even just yesterday or the day before, I saw a story of a black girl way back when who was cheated out of the spelling bee. I posted it, it's on my
Oh,
wall.
I
So
didn't see that one.
yeah. So to come from that to this, right? So it's like people may even someone may say, "Oh, why is this person why posting the?" we want to act like everything is all fine and hunky dory, push it over the carpet and all, push
Yeah,
it under
no.
the rug and don't talk about it. But somebody needs to read it to see what it took to get from her to her.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
but generally speaking, all I'm trying to say is that you got to learn to be happy for people when people's accomplishments. It's not an easy thing to do because with us, let's call a spade a spade. I don't know what it is about us that we so petty, so envious, and so, the pull him down syndrome, this and that. But it's an attitude that you develop. You make yourself do it.
right.
And there's more pleasure, more, what's the word? I can't find the words in, you feel fulfilled just being
Happy.
happy for somebody, but
Yes,
if you're going to sit there and think of the misery inside you, oh, how come they get it, all that, oh, blah, blah, it makes you sick.
it
All these
does.
sicknesses
It
that we
does.
have, do you know what is causing it? Check yourself. We don't know, right? No,
I
seriously.
did. It's true because I did put down like benefits of being positive, and
Hmm.
it does include like it activates happiness. Kind of,
Yes.
happiness is internal,
Yeah.
so you actually feel some kind
Hmm.
of joy when you're
Yeah.
positive with
Yeah.
people, and
Hmm.
also the health aspect. You're
Hmm.
not stressing and causing your hormones to go all over the place, and it is said to also increase your immunity. That's what I
Hmm.
read somewhere, but I don't know the science behind it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a
so
it's a mindset thing too, right? Because
yeah,
you have to train yourself. Like, I mean, if you don't, you're losing out on life. Like, it's a very selfish attitude to say that you'll only be happy when things are going well for only you.
yeah,
You are part of a society, a bigger community, and you have to learn to relate. So, if you're going to be that way, then even when your children or your spouse or something accomplish something, you ain't going to be happy for them. And
yeah,
imagine the misery.
yeah,
There's a lot of problems in families because of some of these dynamics.
yeah.
And I think that it's important that we learn to become healthier people. It's a mindset thing, right? Yeah,
Hmm.
learning to be happy, like, the Bible even says it, rejoice with those who are rejoicing. But when you are rejoicing, then you look at people's faces and you can tell they ain't rejoicing with you. It's not, they are not feeling you.
Oh my.
Oh goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
amazing. Okay, all right. So I'll continue because there's more to talk about as we go
okay.
on. Yeah. There are a lot of questions in this piece, and rightfully so, exactly. Questions are good because they prompt us to take stock of where we are at and do the work required to move us to the next level. Questions also help us to rethink a positive we have taken in life.
Position.
Oh, a
Mhm.
position, yes. Questions also help
Positive.
us
No, I know.
to
That's what we are talking about, right? So,
yes, so it's yeah, questions also help us to rethink a position we have taken
mhm,
in life. Yeah. And yeah, I was looking at how to do away with negativity when it comes
mhm,
to gossip and talking about other people in a
mhm,
negative light. Like if someone comes to you and they are putting somebody else down,
mhm,
it says what to always do is to stop, to
mhm,
think,
mhm,
and then you respond, because the automatic thing will be to get into it. And once you say
mhm.
some one thing negative, it's just like
That's it.
a snowballing effect, and
Mhm,
you can't stop yourself. So it is good to question yourself and ask
mhm,
if what you're doing is it building or putting
mhm,
someone down, or whatever you're saying,
mhm,
is it putting someone down? Yes. And generally also, yeah, to take stock of everything that we do, as you
mhm,
said. um
mhm,
Auntie, yeah,
mhm.
can you tell us exactly what you mean? Because this is how I I thought about it, like
Like with the
questioning,
rethinking the position.
rethinking the position. That looks
Hmm.
like decisions that you've taken,
Hmm.
and also your general outlook on life.
Hmm. So the thing is that if you are living life and you are not questioning things,
Mm,
then what is going on? Like, and then yeah, we have people like that, like, oh, I'm okay. Nothing that you oh, hey, I found out this thing. Would you like to try it? Oh, I'm okay.
right.
And yet these are the same people that say another person was doing something and they saw it, they'll be putting you down. Oh, why do you want to go? Because they think that the position they've taken is the right one. Look, let me tell you something. There are a lot of us, a lot of our people
Mm,
at our age group that all they know is all that they know.
right.
Like right now, if you say, oh, go try this, no,
Mm-mm.
right? Or you are even
Yeah.
doing, like right now, everything seems to be online, lots of things. And all we know is the hard work. Get up, go work two, three jobs, hard physical work. And that's what, oh yeah, I'm working. My hair, Juma, I've made money. When you are doing something that when you're sleeping is even making you money, they call you lazy. You get what I mean? So it's
Yes.
like it's hard to change some of these mindsets. Like
Yes.
we are just, all we know is what we know. Or it's like, okay, I'm married to you. You're a woman. The expectation is that, oh, I'm married to you, so you cook, clean, this, that. Yeah, but you're in a different environment. Even if you are not, even back home, Kran, it's tough. It's a communication thing to
Yes.
decide and say,
Yeah.
hey, you know what, I'm off, going off early. So you are dropping the kids, but then you are working later. So I'll pick the kids. Those decisions. Oh, there's this in the fridge. So maybe we need this and that. Make some salad. Those decisions. But you don't sit there and say, oh, she's a woman. She has to do everything. Or you, the woman, don't sit down too and say, oh, he's the man. So he has to go do
To
everything.
work.
I'm not
Yeah.
working.
Yeah.
Look, if it's not working, if something happens and it's no longer there, what are you going to do?
Everyone is
So,
Facebook bully.
some of these things, like, we take certain positions. These are just my examples. I mean, we can come up with many more, but we take certain positions and then we think that that is it, and we stand by it. And you can't even get people to change their mind or shift their position,
Oh yeah.
and it affects a whole lot because if you look at the people and the way they think, and then you ask them, are they making progress in life just based on their outlook towards life? When you look around you, what's going on? Like people refuse to budge, and we're sitting there
Mhm.
with the same old mentalities. Meanwhile, there's other people who've progressive, pushing, and we are sitting there with
Yeah.
19 Kojohoho ideals. So, anyway,
Yeah, because I mean, if you're not questioning where you are at, your position, you wouldn't even really know. Like,
hmm
it's like you're just going through life. You don't. There's nothing to measure it,
hmm
or I don't know. But there's always room for improvement. No
yes,
one mind knows it all.
no, no,
So, I mean, we shouldn't be offended when someone is recommending. I mean, when
no.
someone recommends, it's not it's not like a binding on
hmm
you, but
hmm
we should not get offended by it
hmm
because
You know, sorry.
mhm.
You made a comment earlier about, say gossip, and I I couldn't remember the exact whatever, but I had to go find it. Proverbs 26:20. It says, "Without wood, a fire goes out." So
Right.
without a gossip, a quarrel dies down. And if somebody
Yeah,
is bringing gossip to you, it's your responsibility to just stop it right there.
right there.
Bec- You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
if
Just
you don't feed
killing
it, it stops.
exactly. Yeah,
So,
and we don't see how our words can hurt other
mm,
people.
no,
We just, I don't know.
we just say it, right?
Yeah,
We just spew it
yeah.
out, and it's not very encouraging. Like even as you were talking, going back to when you were talking about not changing positions or willing to try new things and all that. And I was saying that in class today, right? There were some new things that came out, and I thought to myself, "Oh wow!" Like not they are not new, but like maybe you hadn't looked at doing it that way, and there were different dimensions already to something that I was doing. As soon me when I hear something and it's a good idea, oh wow, right away I'll start to implement it. So I went
Right.
and got my note. I have lots of notebooks around. So I went and got like, okay, I'm going to try this. That's how you learn. Hello, Nana Kose. All work, no play, make Jane don't invent new games. Yo, Yase. Yeah. So you have to like, you just have to try. Um,
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we'll move on to guarding your mind. Do you consciously guard your mind against the onslaught of negative thoughts that can hold you captive and stop you from accomplishing anything?
yeah, can we hold that thought? It's almost 5:30, so maybe we should
Oh,
take a
okay,
break
for a
and then come
commercial
back
break.
and
All right. Okay.
just let's see, where are we?
Oh, yeah, 5:27.
Hello, and there it is, the beauty of a woman's heart. So it's 5 more days to the book launch on Saturday, and we'll show the commercial at the next break. Okay, yeah, let's continue. Let me
Okay.
put this banner up again.
All right. So, guarding your mind. Do you consciously guard your mind against the onslaught of negative thoughts that can hold you captive and stop you from accomplishing anything? We are told in the scripture to guard our mind diligently. We cannot allow thoughts to take over our minds. We need to take charge of our thoughts. We need to pray and secure the gates of our minds through prayer daily. Well, yes. You can't stop thoughts from getting into your mind, but you
Hmm.
can decide whether to keep them there or
Hmm.
let them fly out, because sometimes, I mean, you can't control what gets into your mind sometimes. And I
Mm,
think it all depends also on what we are feeding our minds, because I
yeah.
was thinking about um, why is it that I read something, when your spouse is not home early and you can't reach them, your mind automatically goes
Go
to a
somewhere.
policeman at the door,
Yeah.
an accident, like, because
Hmm.
that's what we've seen in the movies. So that's what
Yes.
has been imprinted in our minds, and
Hmm.
we take care of the food we eat and all sorts of things, but we don't
Hmm.
um, really make a conscious effort to what sift through our
Hmm.
thoughts, and because also the negative thoughts they are difficult to do away with, and the positive
Hmm.
ones too are difficult to keep in there. It's like, so
Yeah.
it takes effort actually
Hmm. Hmm.
to guard your mind, and also prayer and the word of God. I mean,
Hmm.
you can't do away with that, right, Auntie? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for me, I think I've said this before, something that I found very profound. I remember hearing Joyce Meyer saying this thing that she always thought that she could just allow anything to come into her mind because it just boom, just coming. Well, she's written these books, The Battlefield of the Mind, thoughts just coming through your mind, and then she realized that you had some control over it, right?
Okay.
Because
Okay.
this is what we're talking about. Yeah, like our daily, like we do say that you can tell a lot from a person's body language, even more than what they actually say. But we
Yes.
don't tend to go around reading. Our main mode of communication is our words, our
Yeah.
tongue.
Yeah.
But still, the body language also plays a part. So imagine the capacity we have to wound or hurt people with our words. And
Mm-hmm.
think about us, how we were socialized. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of that going on. So, people, somebody will come and see you and then say something right now to you, and it's hurtful. And
Mm-hmm.
then because you know that you've taken the time to work on yourself and you have boundaries of what you put up with and what you won't put up with, when you call them on their behavior, they want to get upset with you
Yeah.
because you've called them. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, we are not playing this game anymore. It's like we need to learn. This is why it's like we say you you bring yourself to the table, but you have to tell people what you stand for, like what you'll take and what you won't take. Nobody has any business. I don't have any business coming to just say anything I want to you. And yet
Right.
people do think that they can come and misbehave to you and you're supposed to accept it.
Take
But
it. Yeah.
at the end of the day, these are some of the insecurities that we talk about, especially with women. We do all kinds of strange things just to put other women down. And I mean, it's like, okay, for me, if I see from your behavior one or two things you say to me, I watch you and you want to constantly behave like that, I know where in my mind, I know where I've put you.
Yeah.
And it gets to a point that you have to stand up and tell people, look, I don't accept this. This is not working for me.
Mm-hmm.
And they can decide whether they still want to be friends with you or they want to go their merry way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's difficult because the people look, there's a lot of damage that we've done with words. And if you ask me, if I ask you or you ask me, I can you growing up, you can remember a lot of the things. Do you remember a lot of the positive things that you heard?
There are not
You'd rather
many.
sorry.
I don't think there are many. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You remember the words, the
the
negative words
negative
because they
ones. Yeah.
wounded you, they
Yeah. Yeah.
cut you to the core. It hurts. And yet
Yeah.
we don't want to learn how to, exercise, like be gracious with our words and speak positively into people's lives, right?
Yeah.
So because I was brought up a certain way and this is how I should be always. Who says?
Yeah.
Yeah, who says? I
Yeah.
mean, look at the environment around us. I remember years ago, I'll get on the train or the bus going to work, and you hear people, oh, blah, 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 talking, laughing, and we're so excited. Oh, I'm going to school, this, I'm doing that. And then I'm thinking, okay, she says she's going to school. What is this person taking? They go, oh, I'm doing upgrading. Typical African mom go, oh, we see, is this why you are making all this noise? But stop for a
Oh
second,
my
take a
God.
step back and think about it. She's very proud of herself for her
Exactly.
accomplishment.
She's
Maybe she
achieving
dropped off
something.
somewhere. Today she has picked it up and she's
Right.
going to do it. Are you doing the same? You are sitting there. Oh, I can't. Even to take the phone and call the school and ask questions. Oh, maybe this, maybe we make excuses. We're afraid to talk to people,
True.
you know. So these are some of the things, the mindset change. Look, in this environment, any little thing that a person is doing, they are so proud of it. But us, we are like, oh, is that all? Like,
Well,
you know, the
that's what
the
we've
the
heard.
gentleman. Sorry.
I said that's what we've heard all our lives.
Yeah,
So it's like,
yeah. Remember. remember that gentleman that I put his picture on his wall when he was flying the plane and his mom
Mm-hmm.
was in the plane. And I mean, it seems
Yes.
funny, but I was very sad because I looked, I mean, I understand the mother, but I looked and I said, oh my gosh, this is very sad for us. Like the mindset, okay, I know you can, you know, like Obroni Anka, oh wow, oh, do you know my son got his pilot, blah blah blah.
Excited.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, oh my
So
goodness,
true.
I'm so
This
proud
person
of
really
him.
believing.
Yeah. So you see how our fears limit us,
It's
right?
true. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
mean, the guy took it in stride, all that, but you go, wow.
I'm sure he was
Sometimes,
expecting nothing less than
yeah,
that. So yeah,
yeah. Our upbringing, sometimes it can do a number on us. And if you
it
don't change
does.
it, you stay the same till you die and go into the grave. So,
Yeah.
anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So in guarding our minds, apart from like the news and books we
hmm
read,
hmm
and as you said, the company that we keep is
Keep, oh,
also
yes,
very, very
yes.
important. And if you have to get rid of people,
Some
negative
people have to
people
go.
from your
Yeah,
life, yes,
yeah,
then you have to do it
yeah,
because eventually it does affect you. You might think that I'm different, so I'm not going
hmm
to be like them. But
hmm
the more you hear these things,
you keep doing it, yes.
yes,
Or they tend to say, "Oh, she's stuck up, she's this." But you know what? For me, even like back to the guarding your mind, I've decided that I don't want to be thinking about something somebody said. You know that,
hmm,
and then too because we were not taught certain maybe like we don't have the emotional intelligence. Um, Conflict resolution. If something is happening to
yes,
you, Krana, you think that you are wrong in going to confront it, that you are second guessing how you are feeling. And
right,
I've said, I'm not going to allow anybody to do that to me. So if you say something and I don't understand, I'm not going to sit and stew over it. I'll ask you for clarification. So
right,
if you clarify and then, oh, it makes sense to me, then I get it. But
hmm,
if you are coming across as you want to insult me or be condescending or put me down, then I'll have a response for you. Yeah. I mean, and people refuse because we are not honest with ourselves, right?
hmm,
We don't know who we are. We're not honest with ourselves. The few who do that, people label them and tag them that, oh, they are bad people. It's
oh,
almost like, oh,
true,
let's just go along with it. Like we're all going to hell in one lovely handbasket. So let's all be the same. Let's not change anything. Oh, now we are just joking with you and you are taking it so seriously. You weren't
yeah,
joking. You meant every word you said,
exactly,
you know? So,
exactly,
but
yeah,
we
because
refuse to grow. Yeah.
yeah, our thoughts give birth to our intentions and then our actions. So whatever you
hmm
do, it starts from your thoughts.
You put something behind it.
Yeah,
Yeah. hmm
yeah. And we have to believe that we can actually change because if we don't believe that we can change the way we our outlook on life, then we'll not be able to. But
hmm
yeah, anyway, there was also a saying that what you focus on grows. So if you
Yes.
focus on negativity, that's
hmm
what you're going to get. And
hmm
where your mind goes, your life follows. So if you
Also,
don't want
yes,
your
that's a
life
good one.
to,
Yes.
yeah,
So,
be,
yeah,
hmm,
let me ask you this question. So, she say, while you were in Ghana, your teacher or what, secondary school, whatever, constantly telling you, oh, you are not good at math. Wabon, you are not good at math. And then you come here and there's something, a course or something that you have an interest in, and you have to take some math with it. Like, they need you to go take some whatever,
right,
are you going to sit down and tell yourself that, oh, as
I'm
for
not
me, they
good.
told me I'm not good at math, so I'm just not going to bother and then hold yourself back? Or are you going
No,
to look around you and look at the environment in which you are and know that there's resources available? So whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to do. There's people who've been told they don't know this, they don't know that, and they come here and they come and do well. So what's that all about? Is that
yeah,
going to stop you?
it shouldn't stop you.
It stopped a lot of people from doing things. Oh, me, I can't speak English. I don't know English.
But
I can't
people
do this.
learn, even like older people who are determined. So it's, I think it's, I don't know. I don't know if it's they don't have enough fire in them to achieve whatever it is, because if you really want to get something done,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what, at least you push till it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Then I know that's why I would not just sit down. I'll try, and if it doesn't
Yes.
work, yeah, then
You
I
know
know
what?
I tried.
Yes.
But
Yes.
to just sit down and say it might not work, I
Yes.
can't stand like being disappointed with myself in future for
Yes.
not even
Yes.
trying.
Uh,
So yeah,
you
that's
you
what would,
you can't give up on yourself. Mm-mm.
yeah, yeah, like that
Like it.
that yeah, that one is will push me more than the fear, I guess,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because
You
you can
can't
be
because.
scared because of what you've heard over and
Mm-hmm.
over again, but
Mm-hmm.
you need to at least try.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because there's people who have no clue or no idea about something, and they've
Hmm.
taken it up and they've become success at it. What was
Yeah.
it? Their knowledge of that subject matter? No, there was something inside, some
Yeah.
drive that pushed them that I
Right.
can do this. It's not going to be easy, but let me push. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
And when you said the math thing,
Hmm.
I didn't like math till I met this teacher that my dad brought
Hmm.
home to teach us. He's called Mr. Batarima. He's my favorite teacher in the whole world. I think then I was in Form 2 or so.
Hmm.
And now I love math. Like since then, I've
Hmm.
loved math. So
Hmm.
it's not about some people are made for something too. I think it's
Yeah.
just the way that we are taught too. I mean, we are taught
Hmm.
that back home, like the
Hmm.
chew and pour were not
Yes.
made to
It didn't
understand the
help us.
process and stuff like that.
It
Yeah,
didn't. It didn't help us. Yeah.
at all, at
It's
all. So
it's like here when I hear in the school system they tell, oh, don't correct the child's English, let them put their thoughts out, and you go, what is that about, right? But then
right,
you can kind of understand where they are coming from, that they don't want to limit the child, that but later on to then it comes out that I tell myself one of the I don't know if this is a byproduct of what I just said, but
yeah.
one of the culture shocks when I came here was to find out that, well, people whose first language is English don't know how to spell. So
Oh my God, yes.
why was I being pushed to spell and speak English so well when the
Even the
people who are,
grammar.
yes, you know. So, oh, but hey, what can you say?
I think we,
Yeah.
yeah, because most of the time they are surprised, like when you
Mm-hmm.
speak,
Exactly.
they, they are
Yeah.
surprised, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they will ask, "How long have you been here?" And if it's not been long at all, then and then you have to explain, "Oh, my country is an English-speaking country," blah blah blah,
Because they don't
whatever.
know where your country is. They just live in the
Yes.
other. Oops.
Yes. Okay. So, the last sentence, we need to pray and secure the gates of our minds through prayer daily.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you say that? I don't do that
Well,
every day.
yeah,
How
you
should
know
it go?
something. You know something. This is how. Let me explain. Like,
Mm.
have you ever seen a headless man walking around before?
No.
Or you can lose any other part of your body, but your
Right.
head
Head.
is the main, right? And
Hmm.
there's a lot of attacks that come against the mind,
Okay.
whether you don't know what
That's
it
true.
is.
That's true.
Yeah, so it's almost like if you're a negative person, for example, every time you are sitting there beating yourself up, oh, why am I so dumb? Oh, why am I? Hello, Ajoa,
Hello.
welcome, welcome, welcome. You tell yourself, oh, why am I so stupid? Why am I so dumb? And every time you keep saying these things, oh, I'm a klutz, you drop something, you are saying all these bad things to yourself all the time. It's bombardment. Like, don't you want relief from it?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Of
and
course. Yeah.
if I mean we're saying this like if you're a believer, you just Google prayer verses on the mind and you
Mm.
use it to pray. Like
Mm.
it's the main thing. Anything that you do involves some thought. You use your brains. You use.
Yes.
So it's a very important it's a very important thing to do, to
Right.
always, secure your mind, because otherwise you can be sitting there thinking things and scaring yourself and frightening yourself. that, that's a lot you could be
It's
doing,
true.
and it's harmful. It's harmful, right? You're just
It's
sitting
true.
there thinking of what could happen and what could this and what could that, right? And then you go, oh, oops, right? So I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm not a, what do you
Oh,
call it?
for
I'm
me,
not,
I have my imagination is wild, and it
yeah.
was only recently that I've been able to not be scared. Like if I go to the basement, I start imagining things to scare
Mhm.
myself, and then
Yeah.
I'm running
Yeah.
up the stairs.
Or you hear a noise, it's like, is somebody in upstairs?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, that's a good thing to note, to
Hmm.
pray and secure the gates of our minds daily.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Even your heart.
if you
Well, I
have your
know.
book, you should underline that because I'm doing that. Because it's, I think it's a good thing to do
Hmm.
because the mind controls everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is like, I mean, not everybody wants to get into deep spiritual. You know how people feel about,
Mm-hmm.
the Christian. Well, that's not even, but people don't get deep. But these are some of the deep things. Even your heart, right?
Right.
Yeah. You see, our
But
door is on. The numbers have changed. I told you whatever she did. I didn't.
uh,
Yeah, I forgot to do it. Yeah.
when you
Mm.
learn it, you teach me too.
Yeah. I have to. I
And
have to learn it or ask her some questions. Yeah.
and
I'll
it
do it. I'll do it for Tuesday.
oh, okay.
Hmm.
It's I think the mind, it is a very important thing because even the non-Christians and
Hmm.
even other religions also stress on that. So that
Yes.
should tell us that it
Hmm.
is really an important thing. It's not
Yeah.
even just Christianity or the Bible,
Yeah.
because if
Yeah.
you watch
Generally
The
speaking.
Secret and yeah,
Hmm.
it's people talking, some philosophers, some like
Hmm.
different people from different areas of
Hmm.
life all said the same
Hmm.
thing. Buddha
Hmm.
said the same thing. I mean, so it is really an important thing
Yeah.
that we need to take control of.
Hmm. Now, yeah. Think about it though. We are talking when we say mindset.
Mm-hmm.
The mindset of our people, the mindset to Wowsha is the mind though. How does
Mm,
your mind, how do you think? What is your attitude towards life? Ni nyinaa
right.
no, it's all in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's,
Mm-hmm.
if and if you put it to good use, you'll accomplish a lot in life.
Right.
Just for you, it's not, I'm not talking about coming to show off to anybody. If you have the right frame of mind and you know what you want in life, you know what you want to do, and you have the right attitude, okay, I can do it. Let me push myself. Imagine what you can accomplish, right?
Yes.
Instead of sitting there and saying, oh, no, I can't do it. I'm not strong enough. Oh, nobody believes in me. Believe in yourself. You
Yes.
see,
Yes.
nobody is going to come and do anything for you. You have to do it for yourself. It's how you program yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right. Right. Okay. So we're moving on to renewing your mind.
mhm,
Do you renew your mind daily, or do you allow any thoughts to come crashing in and take up permanent residence? Green card, oh my God. Sometimes we take a thought and chew on it like a cow chewing cud. Then the negative self talk comes. Why am I so stupid? Why am I so clumsy? Renewal of mind daily.
mhm,
I guess, yeah. I mean, if your um, outlook on life is positive generally, and
mhm,
you also have the mindset that you want to grow
mhm,
as a person, then
mhm.
even unconsciously you're doing that. You're renewing your
Yeah.
mind daily because
Mhm,
you're learning new things. You're eager to
mhm,
learn new
mhm,
things and change whatever that doesn't work. Because
mhm.
the fact that something works today doesn't mean it's going to work tomorrow. So
Exactly.
you should be open to new things and
Mhm,
change.
mhm.
So I guess, yeah, we do that because unless you don't want to grow, I mean, people who
Yeah.
think that they're okay where they're at, then
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's not even only for um, believers, right? Because we
Right.
have the word of God, but
Right.
just anybody, like I said, before I started to take my faith very seriously, I'll go to the library and get a whole bunch of, this self-help, whatever. And these things are in there. They talk, how to changing your outlook, changing your mindset.
Right.
Like there's things
Yeah.
people, even people, well, some people even call it new age. There's things that they do. Oh, I'll say this to myself every day. I'll do this, I'll do that. Like people, people are actively involved in the effort to become better versions of themselves.
Yes.
A lot
Yes.
of people take this seriously. And so,
Yes.
if it's something that you haven't considered or you've not thought of, ask yourself, like what we asked at the beginning, right? That
Mm-hmm.
what is your outlook? Like, are
Right.
you willing to do what it takes? If you don't question anything, then you're just going full steam, You
Mm-hmm.
left, you came into the earth on such and such a date, you have made these stops every year, your age increases and you keep going till the end, no change, no nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
And meanwhile, maybe like you have a wealth of potential inside you that had to come out, not just for you, but to impact others. But
Mm-hmm.
because you didn't question anything, oh, this is the script that I was fed.
Yeah.
And that's all that I'm working with it. I won't change anything. Oh, I was told this is all that I can do. You can't do this. You are not good enough. This is for this person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so
Yeah.
we accept these things that we are told or whatever it is that we are fed, and we don't discover anything for ourselves, right? Yeah.
Right. Right. And when you were saying the new age thing, yeah, Christians like to label stuff that we don't understand or stuff that we're
Mm-hmm.
not um, interested in looking into, and then
Mm-hmm.
make it seem bad because
Mm-hmm.
that's how we've labeled it as
Yeah. Yeah.
anything to do with new age is bad. But renewing your mind and growing and being positive in your mind, it's all in the Bible too.
Mm-hmm.
But we make it seem as if the self love and self help things are
It's
bad. But
evil. Yes.
yes, yeah, but
Yes.
they are not evil. God put
Mm-hmm.
in us the power to be able
Yes.
to do that. He wouldn't have if it was evil. I mean, He put in us a power, and we
Mm-hmm.
are gods. There's
Yes.
somewhere in the Bible that says
It
that.
is. It's in some
Yeah,
psalm. Yeah.
yeah. So I don't get it when um, people say those things.
But yeah, I said that's why I don't know. I don't say that I
And
have
then
all
being
the
negative is
answers.
what makes it bad.
But that's why I've started practical Nyamisen, because I don't understand some of these things, how we look at things. Even
Yeah.
what we are saying, this self-love thing, oh, blah, blah, blah. But I never used to think about it till I had to really think about it. The Bible says,
Mm,
love your neighbor as
that's
yourself.
yours. Yeah.
And I'm saying God said He created you in His image. So why would you hate yourself?
Hmm.
Love your neighbor as yourself. Love yourself first. You
Yes.
know? Let me
Yeah.
read some comments. Ajua says, positivity increases one's life, and negative takes always so much with no growth. I'm
Yeah.
all about positivities by acquiring knowledge to learn new coping skills to reprogram my trail of thought to better myself. Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you. And then message says the head controls the rest of the body. Yes, the head is taken for
Mm.
granted.
The
When the
headless.
head falls apart, the rest of the body does not function. When the head is off, life ceases. Mind over body, mind over matters. Thank you, message.
Nice.
That is it right
Nice
there.
one.
I've never seen a headless man walking around. Mhm. And Adra says, bam and bam, the knowledgeable Oba Passage Williams Bakope. That's it all right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, mhm.
Mm. Okay. So, yeah, that and this one is not even with just our people. I find it a lot with the people here. Like
Mhm.
the negative self-talk.
Talk.
I'm
Yes,
so
it's too
stupid.
much.
And I feel so
Yeah.
uncomfortable when I
I
say,
don't,
why would you say that about yourself? Like, why?
I never do that. I mean, it's not if even if it comes into my head cry, it doesn't have to slip out of my mouth.
No.
But I won't like no, because There's power in words.
There
It's
is.
like I'm sitting in the kitchen and then maybe my younger daughter, she drops something. I'm just sitting there. Not that I haven't seen it. I heard it, but I'm not going to, oh, blah, blah. Oh, why did you pour that? Oh, why did you yelling
Mm.
and screaming?
As long
Like
as there's no
like a
cry after it,
like
or
a typical Ghanaian parent screaming, oh, why did you drop things? Oh, blah, blah, blah. They know what happened. They're taking care of it. If it's very
right,
messy and maybe they need help, well, you go and help them a little. And
then
then
they
they
will
and
ask for
even me
help.
when I hear, I said, don't, oh, I'm so that. I said, don't say that. It's an accident. Things happen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
Mm.
it's taken us a long time to get here. So we are not, it's like we're not going to be doing this. The messages we give ourselves, right? No,
Mm-hmm.
no, no.
Yeah. Okay. Let me, we have 4 minutes. Let me finish that
Yeah,
paragraph.
yeah.
Okay. If we don't dispel these thoughts or find something positive to dwell on, it can become a pattern or a negative way of thinking. You are human and make mistakes. Don't be too hard on yourself. Learn to take these negative thoughts captive. Well, that's like empowering. Should I
Yeah.
read the verses or
We can go and come, or
okay?
let's see. Well, just read them and then we'll
The
read it.
verses.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we'll go.
So Romans 12:2. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. Philippians 4:8. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things.
So, yeah, if you have a verse like Philippians 4:8 in the Bible, why would we be sitting bemoaning, oh, I can't do this? Oh, as from,
Yes,
like change the way you think, right? Change the way you think. Then you see somebody, they seem happy, they feel good about themselves, go, oh, what have they seen? Like
I know.
life is supposed to be positive. I mean, look, things happen in life. It's not all rosy, but generally speaking, you need to, you can enjoy life better if you have a positive outlook. It helps
It
a whole
is.
lot. It
Mhm.
does. You know,
It,
like Adjoa
it,
was saying, it helps you to want to learn new things and
mhm.
it makes you curious to know more. Hey, what can I do? Or you hear a new idea. Oh, I'm excited to try this out. Let's see. Like,
Right, right.
yeah, yeah, I don't
And I
know.
think Philippians 4:8 has a lot of adjectives for our thoughts. When you're thinking something, you ask
Mhm.
yourself, is it noble? Is it right?
Yes.
Is it
Is it
pure?
pure? Is it
Oh, yeah,
lovely? Yeah,
lovely.
that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. So,
That's true. Awesome. Okay, well, I guess we'll go on commercial and let's see here. Hello, and we're back. So it's commercial time. Hey, that was Reflections. No, wrong name. The Beauty of a Woman's
you
Heart
see?
that you just saw. And
Yeah.
so I'm excited to tell you or let you know that the book launch is this coming Saturday, July 24th. Whoop, whoop, whoop. At 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's the time for us in the province of Alberta, Canada. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. GMT, and 3 p.m. BST. So please join the lovely Margie Marge, author of The Shimmigrant and Same Elephants. And Mrs. Marie Amwakwa Buedu is the host. She's also an author and a personal development coach as well as a social activist. Check my wall. Please go to my wall and get your free ticket for this event. Okay? And also, if you are reading the book or you've got a copy, write me a review on Amazon. It will be greatly appreciated. Okay, so who's next?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
Russell Hints. So on all social media platforms, you can find me at Yeah Russell Hints, and I'm all about 100% natural health and beauty advocacy. And I have awesome products.
cool.
um, yeah, last week, Amma Manson got her vagine, and
Mm-hmm.
she actually unboxed it. So she will be telling you about
More.
her experience with it as well. And I also have, so the two products that I usually talk about are Vagine, the
Mhm.
feminine hygiene gel, the awesome feminine hygiene gel that balances the microbes of the vagina, and also Adwell, which is our digestive enzyme that actually breaks down carbohydrates,
Mhm.
fats. Yeah, so check it out, and I can send you more information when you contact me. Thank you.
I'm a big proponent of the Adwell. It
Yes.
breaks down fufu, you fufu lovers who eat big fufu. It breaks it down completely. So, okay. And Shyla's Kitchen. So, Shyla Adamson. You can contact her at 403-671-6200. Shyla's Kitchen, she's located in Fort Saskatchewan. Contact her for delicious meals. There's all kinds of things on her menu. If you're coming into the province of Alberta, city of Edmonton, do contact her and put in your order, will you? Okay, and then let's see. Hmm, I can't find my picture. I was looking for. Okay, so with the, here it is. My first book, Reflections for a Thirsty Soul, we can't forget about that one. So you can find it on Amazon, Friesen Press, Barnes and Noble, Google Books, and iTunes. So before the lunch for the Beauty of a Woman's Heart, every Thursday I come on and I read a little passage from the book which we discussed. But after the launch on the 24th, I'll be doing alternate sessions, reading from Reflections one week, and then the next week we'll be reading from the Beauty. How's that? So back
Perfect.
to
Sounds good.
comment. Good. So today, our sister Aisha, she must be on holidays. Aisha is always here. So please contact Miss Aisha Ankara for your Juice Plus and Avon needs, okay? She is in the UK and she is an avid supporter of our programs. Also, Mamle Yoko Godwin's EPA Worldwide, a lot of information on parental alienation that is so beneficial. Do check her out. And let's see. SagesShea.com. Miss Sage has a variety of products and African wear, very, very beautiful attires, fabrics. Miss Ajo really does a good job of, modeling them for us. And there's some, as shea creams and as jewelry as well. So do contact her for your needs. As well, our sister in Glasgow, Scotland, Miss Awo Mrekua. Lunchtime talks, Friday, 1 p.m. UK time. She does a marvelous job. Insights brings people on. This last Friday, she had on a mental health expert to talk about mental health in our communities, which is very important because it's a subject that we really do not like to talk about.
Hmm.
Also, Dreamers and Visionaries with Pastor Patience Edwards, Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. my time. I'm in this group. Very insightful, very productive learnings. You learn something new every time. This is what we're talking about. If you are open to learning, when things come up, you want to pick up and try it out and see where you get, right?
Yeah.
Miss Ajwa Odomensa page on Fridays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. She does a very educative program. Lately, she's had some male counterparts who come on and make it interesting and spice it up. And also on Saturdays, she does a marriage program with Reverend Samuel Okoso. Marriage program, very educative. Please check her out. Do we have everyone? I think
Yes.
I have. Okay, and based on what we are talking about, this is just a free download. You see, pdfdrive.net. Usually, when somebody mentions a book and I want to read it, I get curious and I go check it out and see if I can find it. If it's available, I download it for free. This iPad here, it has a lot of books that I've downloaded. Ask me if I've read them all. No, but it's good to have it on hand. So we're talking about new learnings, growing yourself, developing yourself. If you want to make an hour or half hour even to read every day, that even me, I have to read more. I just don't seem to make the time for it. So this is just a free bonus for today. Okay, so I think that's it. We'll carry on. Actually, I'll read some comments that came up
Yeah.
while we were gone. Ajua says some people have been so traumatized they cannot differentiate the difference between positives and negativities because they are comfortable with what they are normed with. It will take time and practice for those who want to learn to gradually deprogram themselves, learn new skills, process with clear understanding
Thanks.
before they implement. Thank you. Ajua says, perfect, and I cannot wait for July 24th. Oh, she says, oh, thank you so much. Oh, Ajua, you do it for me, so I'm more than happy to. Thank
Yes.
you. So, yeah,
Yeah.
is that all in the comments? Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we're going on the. Oh, today I haven't even touched on the reflections, but
Well,
what is it
it's
that
just I
that's,
don't think this
I
one
think
has. Oh, it's just
it
two.
has
Okay.
one also.
Yeah,
Are
yeah,
you?
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I
Okay.
get you.
But okay, we can finish the last paragraph and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So what are you feeding your mind? What are you feeding your mind and your soul? What is your life based on? What do you stand for? Feed your mind on the word of God and build up your spirit. The word of God, Nini Asem.
Well,
We don't like to. We just
yes,
like to go listen. So
yes.
how do we? Well, even the listening helps too.
Yeah, there's audios, right? There's
Right.
audio too. So,
Right.
but I'm a visual person, so even if I'm listening, I still have to look at it because
Yeah.
sometimes in listening, maybe my mind goes off somewhere and
My
go,
mind
"What?
drifts
What
off.
did?
Yes, it
What did
does.
they just say?"
It's very true.
No worries. What did they just say? Right? Yeah.
Yeah. I think it works with me. Like when I go for a walk,
Mm-hmm.
I'm able to concentrate more than like when I'm home and I'm listening to it.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Unless,
so you are walking and listening.
yeah,
Mm. Yeah. I
that
don't
one
pay
works for
attention.
me.
The cars, no crowd passing by will disturb me. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what are you feeding your mind? Yeah, we said earlier, like whatever you feed your mind is what forms the thoughts in your mind. If
Mm-hmm.
you feed your mind positive things,
Mm-hmm.
you get positive thoughts,
Yeah.
which become intentions and then
Mm-hmm.
becomes positive actions.
Mm-hmm.
And what is your life based on? So whatever. So from Antia,
Mm-hmm.
from these questions, it makes me think that whatever you feed your mind feeds your soul, and that is what your life is based on.
Yeah.
and then that is what you stand for. It becomes your values, right?
Yes.
That's where my thought is going when I read
Yeah.
this paragraph.
Because if you are reading, okay, let me give the opposite example. If you spend all your time watching horror movies day
You
after day after day, ooh, you're so gleeful, excited. What do you think will happen to you after a while?
become numb.
Yeah, like horror movies. It's I don't know how to explain. It can go either way. Like if you're a young person, constantly you can become very fearful or whatever.
Fearful,
But
yeah,
and then
yeah.
too, it attracts all kinds of things. Like just gory stuff, right?
Yes,
And I mean,
yes,
sometimes you have situations where people have gone out and acted some of these things. So
yes,
that's the extreme case, right?
yeah, yeah.
But if you're willing to read parts of whatever, depending what you want to do, you read. If you're reading books along those lines and it's building you up, it's helping you. Like I'm reading this book, and mind you, I'm slow, but I'm still going. Reflections for Hope Manga by Abake to Anda. And I s- I got to a place where I was going to come and write up on it, and I forgot to. I got busy, but I think I'm just figuring out which piece to, because it's so much and it's so deep. It's
Right.
about the semicolon, right? I think the story is, if I'm not quoting wrong, she saw somebody had tattooed or something, semicolon, and she asked, what is
It
this
meant,
about, right?
yeah.
And maybe when you've been in a place where you've almost gotten to the point where you want to give up or you want to commit suicide, and then you go, okay, the semicolon means that your story is not done yet. There's still to be more to be written. And
Right.
even later on in that chapter, Abba writes, she says that the semicolon means that, okay, you regroup, you rethink, like, how do you want to carry on, and then you are able to. It's so deep, so it's like it's a pause. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
a pause. I'm not
Awesome.
done yet.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah.
not done yet. I'm just, taking some time. I'm reflecting. I'll be back to continue.
Mm.
So, and I just learned that by reading a book. So
Right.
you get a thought here and go, oh, this, oh, wow, okay, this, but
Wow. Yeah.
yeah.
That's
So
an interesting look at the semicolon.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
It's deep. I mean, I have to look at it and decide, because I'm like, oh, if I'm to, I'll just write the whole chapter on it. It's a lot, but I just like how she put it. Yeah,
Mm.
very insightful. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So, we have to be careful of what we're feeding our mind and our souls.
Hmm.
Yeah, when you add the souls, it makes it more serious, I guess,
Yeah.
because it's kind of linked to life, right?
Yeah. Your soul, like, what
Yeah.
makes your soul happy? If your soul is not happy, you are not, life is not going to go good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Well, some of us even don't have any principles that we go by. How about? Because what
Yeah.
do you stand for? Some people do not stand for anything. I mean, or no
Yeah.
specific thing. If you ask
Yeah.
them, they can't tell you
Yeah.
what they stand for.
Yeah.
So it's doesn't come from not really being intentional about what goes on in the mind and just
Hmm.
leaving it on autopilot.
It's like it's almost as if with us, I don't know what it is, and maybe I'm generalizing, but were we taught to take
No.
life seriously? Like, were you taught, like, look, I said I am about, was it 8 years ago? I mean, Kai, but when in the church they said do a 5-year development plan, like when you see those things, you didn't used to take it serious. We just
Yeah.
take everything just like that, right?
Mm.
Do you, like, even me, it's only more maybe in the last 3 years that I've started sitting down and say, oh, okay, what do I want to do this year? And do you get what I mean? Do
Yes.
we plan
Yes.
anything,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So just like, and then you keep this up, and then you get to a stage, you go, whoa, where did the time go? Are you just
Yes.
letting life pass you by?
Yeah.
Like, do
Yeah.
something, right? So yeah,
Right.
like you're saying, we are not very intentional. You have to be focused, right? And it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter, as one of our people was saying today, it doesn't matter what age you are at. Just be focused and do what you need to do. But then
Yes.
again, like where we come from, people will be, oh, like where did I hear this? Somebody is 40 years or so. They say they are old. Like, do you get what I mean?
Somebody my skeleton.
So if they are saying that, then what will they say to somebody like me? But I've said that is not of
Mm,
import to me. What is
right.
important to me right now is that I'm living, that I try to live my best life. What do I want to do? And that's what
Yes.
I'm doing. It's not anything that, it's got nothing to do with anybody. I'm not living my life for anybody.
Right.
It's me trying to achieve my goals. That
Yes.
makes me happy. That makes my soul happy because if you are not doing what you are supposed to be doing, you are never happy. Your soul is just, just
Yeah.
blah, right?
There's no fulfillment in you.
No,
Like you
no,
feel.
you're just dull.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's something, a weight sitting on you, and you don't know what it is. It's just there. Let me read Adjua's comment and then we'll continue. Adjua says, I feed my mind with positivities, like to learn different things to keep my brain active, do self everything, set realistic goals, explore other opportunities. Mhm.
Mm,
I stand for productive growth, change, empowerment that will be beneficial for not only myself, but also for others who will listen, then learn. Thank you.
yes.
The
Yes.
willingness to learn.
To
This is the
learn.
thing,
Yes. Mm.
even like we say, do you have a teachable spirit?
Spirit. Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of us, do we have it? You tell somebody something, they, oh, I know this. So we are too proud to learn.
Mm-hmm.
We it's harming us, but we don't know, right?
Yeah.
We don't know. Because you can see in this environment, somebody is 50 years and they say they want to go become a lawyer and they'll go and do it.
It's
Or I
true.
want to go learn this. They'll do it. They'll take the steps too, but we will find something to inhibit us and stop us.
Yeah.
So
So it's never too late.
never, never, ever. No.
Whoever is listening, is never too
Never,
late
never,
to,
ever, ever.
yeah, to start questioning and knowing where you are
hmm
at and
hmm
taking stock and moving on from there and
Yeah.
being positive. And I think in um, trying also to impart or teach others, we can also
hmm
learn from them. It
hmm
doesn't matter your age. I learn a lot from people younger than I am,
Yeah.
than even people older than I am, because
Yep.
yeah, they do know a lot of stuff that
Yeah. We don't know.
we don't know. So I think when
It's not even funny. Hey.
yeah, so when you're open to that, you are going to learn a lot from
hmm
places that you would not even think that you went specifically to learn. Like
hmm
if you're open and you're always open to learning,
hmm
you learn things from unusual places. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the word that I want to say. Yeah. So as we said, read, watch, listen,
hmm
and keep positive company, because
Yes.
all that feeds into your mind and your
hmm
soul and the quality of life that you're going to
hmm
have. We don't usually think quality. We're always
hmm
thinking about acquiring stuff as quality of life, but
hmm
that's not it.
No, acquiring is not the end
It
all, a be all. Yeah.
yeah, eventually it doesn't really fulfill. It's good to be
No.
able to get stuff that you want, but that's yeah,
Yeah.
that is not what fulfills. So
Has 2020 and 2021 taught us anything? All our
I
clothes
know,
have been
eh?
in the room, right? So
You have nowhere to wear them to.
no.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
Adjua
even
says,
yeah.
sorry. Oh, finish.
No,
I'll
no,
read
that's
it.
okay.
He said people with selfless personalities care for themselves, loved ones, where it even transfers to other people we do not know personally. Words are powerful and we need to use it to to encourage. encourage
ourselves.
ourselves and
Mm.
others to positively influence them to make healthy and smart choices. Yes.
Yes, yes. And yeah, and earlier we were saying that whenever you have to speak, you have to take a pause, think, and
Hmm.
respond. Or
Yes.
whenever someone is trying to pull you into their
Gossip.
negativity. Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, because it's easy to just get into it, and then
Hmm.
you find yourself where you would you'd be surprised at yourself later on.
Hmm.
And recently, sometimes I feel sorry for like the celebrities because they're human too. But if you see the kind of things that people say,
Say
sometimes it's like they are not human. So sometimes I
yeah,
try to put myself in
in
their
their shoes.
shoes, and it's I don't know. I don't know how
Because
they
you are
do
under a
it.
microscope. Hmm.
Yes. And you know how our people speak without even thinking, and
Thinking. Yeah.
yeah, it's really terrible.
Yeah.
How do you feel about yourself to be able to talk like that? I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. Okay, so the first reflection is, how do you safeguard yourself from falling into negativity? I think we've touched on some
Talked
of
on
it, but
some. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if you have some more. Um,
Well, you see,
insight.
as for negativity, to me, the impact that it takes on my mind, and then even inside you emotionally, it's like no, it's not.
It's not
I've
worth
been
it.
no,
Yeah,
been there, done that. I don't engage that. No, I don't, because I'd rather I'd rather be happy. I want to be
yes,
joyful. I want to have a light spirit, not carrying baggage around. It's not the end of the world, whatever it is.
yeah,
There's nothing that you can't put to the side and say, this is not going to take me down. You push.
exactly.
But with some of us, any little thing, oh, it's the end of the world, gloom and doom, this and that. No,
Mm,
we need to learn how to manage our emotions. Manage. I mean, sometimes certain things are uncontrollable, that we
right,
know. Okay,
right.
but if it's just something everyday life, okay, you went and applied for an interview, a job, and you thought you'd get it, but it ends up not going through. You can't beat yourself over the head. You just have to say, oh my goodness, what happened there? What can I learn from it for next time? Like
Hmm.
with us, even at work, when you go to an interview, afterwards you can ask for a post board and they'll tell you areas that you need to improve. So
Right.
those little things, right? Don't give up on yourself. Don't have a fatalistic view of life. Oh, blah blah blah, it's the end of the world. Chicken lick and the world is falling apart or whatever. What was that thing? A nut drops on his head and he said the sky is
Oh, this
falling.
guy's falling.
So
Oh,
yeah, we
that
just we
reminds me of something I heard from a guru, like an Indian guru.
mhm.
He was saying that don't beat yourself up. You are mortal. You're going to
Yes.
die. If you don't remember that you're going to die,
Hmm.
then you don't really think about your purpose on earth.
Yeah,
But if you know that you have a time on earth, you're going, you're leaving.
yeah,
So
yeah,
what are you going to achieve? What is your
yeah,
purpose? Like,
yeah.
you will make mistakes too.
Hmm.
So you have to live. You can't live life just beating yourself up throughout, and then
Yeah,
you die and
your time
you
is
have achieved
finite, really.
nothing. Yeah.
Hmm.
So live, live. Don't walk around like zombies. And
Afraid to live. Hmm.
yes, don't be afraid to live, because mistakes do come. We are
Hmm.
mortal. We're not the Almighty God.
Yeah.
I mean,
What can you
so
do, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the next one is, are you deliberate about this? And yes, we have said that
Hmm.
we have to
Yeah,
be.
you
We
have to
have to
be
be.
like
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. So um is there anything else you want to add, or
Were you
should I
going to read through the
oh yeah,
the,
the yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Colossians? Like there's
But
something
because I
below
moved
that.
to the reflections, I
Oh, okay.
forgot about okay, so under what are you feeding your mind? we have some quotations, and it's Colossians 3:2. Set your mind on things above, not on things on the earth. You
Mm-hmm.
are surrounding yourself. Oh, who are you surrounding yourself with? Oh, okay. It's not part of the quotation. I'm
No,
sorry.
it just
So Colossians 3:2 says, set your mind on things above, not on things on the earth.
mm-hmm,
And then the next paragraph, it says, who are you surrounding yourself with? Are they building you up or tearing you down? Surround yourself with people who want to get to the same place you're trying to get to.
mm-hmm,
People who are comfortable in their own skin and do not view you as a threat. You build each other up, for iron sharpeneth iron. That's awesome. I mean, if
mm-hmm.
you think about this, it's not even just friends and
Yeah.
people you know. Even
Mm-hmm.
before you get into marriage, you have to think about this as well,
Yes.
because you have to be going to the same destination in order for
Yes. It's
the
true.
friction to be less. Because definitely there will be friction, but
Yeah.
the level is
Minimize
what.
it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Proverbs 27:17 says, as iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of his friend. First Corinthians 15:33. Do not be deceived. Evil company corrupts good habits. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as a man thinketh, so is he. It is so important, therefore, that we take control of our thoughts. I hope these insights will be of some help to you as you journey towards fulfilling your godly purpose. Oh, wow. Yep. 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 Yes, Auntie, you've given us a lot. Yes. A lot
Oh
to
my
think
gosh.
about.
Yeah.
And I have taken what I'm taking with me is safeguarding the gates of my mind every
Mm-hmm.
day, because, yeah, I do think it's very important
Mm-hmm.
and it's something that I haven't really thought about.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, because for us who also believe in the spiritual world, that's
Mm-hmm.
where the devil attacks the most too.
Yeah.
And for those who do not,
Mm-hmm.
negative thoughts do come easily and they are difficult to take out. So
Mm-hmm.
you do need to be intentional about it. And our life is mainly about managing whatever um, influences that come in internally and externally,
Mm-hmm.
because the quality of our life is dependent upon how you manage it, because some of these things will come, but it's how we manage it.
Handle it.
And yeah, our mind is controlling everything, as we've learned
Mm-hmm.
today. So thank you, Auntie Ya, for writing this chapter. I really, really, really love it. And
No
yeah,
worries.
yeah,
I just brought up Miss Sage's comment again. The head
okay,
controls the rest of the body.
yeah,
The head is taken for granted. When the
yes,
head falls apart, the rest of the body does not function. When the head is off, life ceases. Mind over body, mind over matters.
yeah,
Thank you. And then Ajua had a comment. She says it is important for us to focus more on our needs than our desires, the wants,
yes,
because we can live without fulfilling our want. An example would be humanity needs water to stay hydrated because without that we will die from dehydration. Versus some who speak like sex is everything, where one can never die from being abstinent. Thank you, Adjo. Puts it just there, bang. Yeah, that is true. That is so true.
yeah,
So
yeah,
with us, it's important that we maintain good head health. Let's have
yes,
us put it that way,
yes.
right?
Head
Because
health, yeah,
you get to a stage in life, you have to be very deliberate and you have to be practical about it.
mm-hmm.
And sometimes it involves letting certain things or letting certain people go. You don't hate them. No, that is not the point. It is just that you've made a conscious decision of where you want to go in life, what you want to handle and what you don't want to handle. There are a lot of
Yes.
negative influences around us, people who do not want to speak good into our lives. Meanwhile, you are about building positive. So if you find that you are in such circles and it's hindering or hampering your progress, it's up to you to make those decisions or make those choices. It's not that you're cutting off anybody, but if you are talking to somebody every day and it's the same thing you're getting, maybe the conversation might shift to once a week, and then it might become bi-weekly, and then it might become once a month.
Yeah.
Eventually they'll get the message. In the
Yeah.
meantime, when you are deliberate, you seek for those positive experiences. And when you
Yes.
start to get a hold of those positive experiences, you tell yourself, oh my goodness, what was I doing back there?
Mm.
you know we
Mm-hmm.
need to come to the place that we believe in ourselves. Like we talk, like Ya was saying, I forget what it is that you were saying about some people are just not intentional. If you ask them what they are doing, they don't know
Right.
what they stand for, and it is
Right.
true. It
Right.
is so true. So you have to have a vision. Where is your life going? You see, excuse me, they say that if you don't have a purpose for your life or vision, like you have to choose, not people pick you, because
Yep.
you don't know what you're about. Somebody can come and pick you and then just push you into anything that you don't want to do, right?
Right.
Like it's like our kids. If you don't teach them values to stand up for themselves, right? I don't know, I've said on this platform, maybe this was long ago, about my oldest daughter. There was a time she was in junior high school, and Thursdays was always half day. And one of her friends, she was becoming, like there was stuff going on at home. So maybe, like she became who knows what. But then there's a church across from the school, and they said, "Oh, come with us." They were going over there to go smoke. And she said, "No, I'm going to go walk home." And she walked home. And I
Hmm.
always ask myself, what would have happened if she had
Yeah.
followed them?
Yeah.
So if
Yes.
you've taught your child to have values or to stand up for themselves, look, it doesn't come easy for our children in these environments, because
Yeah.
sometimes you have to stand alone.
Yeah.
Yes, if you want to be going, you have to stand alone and know what you are standing for. Stand your ground so that nobody bullies you into getting into bad habits. Or and with these things too, maybe if she had gone along and something had happened, who would have been the one who would have singled out,
Yeah.
who would have been singled out? We don't
Lost
know.
you.
So this is where I'm saying that
Person.
if you stand, people respect you in the end if they realize that, oh, this person, we can't push them, we can't, they
Right.
won't budge, this is who they are. Like no matter what it is, people will respect you for the views that you have, your position in life. You have only one life to live, and it's yours. You can't allow people to just push you any which way. Don't let any wind just come and be blowing you along. You'll be
Yeah.
following people tomorrow. Like I was saying last, you become a chameleon running around trying to fit everybody's ideal of who you should be. How about
Hmm.
what you want to be, right?
Yeah.
So we've said a lot. I'll read Adjo's comments and then we'll end here. Oh, you're most welcome. Simply speaking the truth. Oh, yes, that one. Some people stand for insult and negativity, so because it seems to be a form of way to get more viewers. Yes,
Oh
like
yeah.
yeah, Ajua,
Yeah.
that insult. How does it help? How does it build you up? Right? Yeah, it
Yeah.
just doesn't help. So yeah, we'll leave it there. So we thank you for coming and joining us tonight.
Yes.
Ajuodo, Miss Sage, Mamle, Nana Kosei. Who else did I miss? Anybody else that I missed? Thank you for coming on. So I'll be on Tuesday evening with Practical Nyamisem, and I'll be talking
Miss
about
Sage said she got
Psalm.
her tickets.
Sorry.
Miss
Oh,
Sage, yeah.
thank you, Miss Sage. Thank you. So it's like Psalm 27, 23. I don't know what to call it, the unveiling or the unraveling of Psalm 23. It's just a
Okay.
link between, like when we read the whole Psalm 23, we just read it, right? But when you take it apart, different pieces of it stands for the names of God. So
Oh
that's
wow.
that's what I'll be talking about on
That's interesting.
Tuesday at 6:30.
Okay.
And also Saturday morning, July 24th at 8 a.m. is the book launch. It will be on Magic TV and Humanity Chats. But what I'll do is I'll share the link to my pages. So
Okay.
I'm not sure how I'll share it to my YouTube, but I'll put it on the Facebook. I'll share it. So, and I mean, when I share it, then you can also just share it to different places so people can come on and watch. I mean, we
Okay.
say it's a ticketed event, but while it's happening, people will still come on and watch too. So
Right.
yes. So thank you so much. And so Tuesday is practical Nyamisem. Thursday I'll be back to do a book read, and then Saturday morning is the lunch. So thank you
It's a
so
busy
much. Yeah.
week.
Yeah. Sorry.
I said it's a busy week.
Yes, it is. Thank you, ladies. God bless you all. Love you. Thank you for your support. See you. Yeah. Bye, guys. Have a good week.